everyone, my name is Kat Moonchild. I am a psychic, I am a medium, and I am also a Reiki master. Sorry it's been so long since I've seen you all. Things have been really crazy and really busy. But I did want to start off with a vlog style video this week. I'm planning on uploading at least 2 videos this week, so keep an eye out for those. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe, hit the bell notification for future videos. And as always, you can find me on Moonchild Dreams. Spelling is not the way it sounds, so you can find it above, on Instagram and on Facebook. So what we will be doing today is we will be doing 10 myths about psychic readings debunked. Don't forget to keep watching. I hope to see you all soon. Bye for now. So what we're going to be doing is the first thing we're going to be talking about for our first myth debunked will be about the one. There's no such thing as the one, guys, in readings. Tell me when I'll find the one. Tell me when I'm going to meet Mr. Perfect. Guys, I don't know what's going on with this phone. But the whole point is this is a vlog. So we're going to stick to a vlog style. Awesome. What you need to know about the one to rule them all, the one to find them, is he doesn't exist. What I mean by that is when you go into a psychic reading and you ask about the one guy or the one lady, depending on whether or not you're a guy or a girl, or maybe you're not into girls or guys, but you know, maybe you are your own one. What I mean is, there's 7 billion people in this world. One of my clients asked me, why do I only read for compatibility, and why do I only read about whether or not they have a healthy approach to their love life? Guys, let me explain this. Excuse my hair. If you are not healthy as a human being, it is likely that you will not have healthy relationships as a human being. This is logic. Now, understand, I am not a mental health counselor. We have had this discussion before. But I, as a psychic reader, feel like it is my duty and my obligation to explain to you that yes, you are more likely to meet this kind of individual according to your vibration and according to your energy, and you're more likely to meet him in this, or her, sorry, or neither. Meet them in this time frame, in this general location, or in this type of scenario, in this type of social gathering. But what happens is when you really fixate on tiny details, like he's got blue eyes, his name begins with a J, he's got black hair, you're gonna miss out on so many opportunities. Guys, like, I've seen this happen over and over again, where you're so fixated on you as in general you, please understand, I mean a general you. You get so fixated on this person has to look like this or they're not the one. But you may have passed up a completely nice, reasonable Joe Schmo over there, or Jane Doe over there, or a widget over there, you know, that could have completely fulfilled you and completely fulfilled your needs. That's why when I'm doing a psychic reading, I focus on what your emotional needs are in a relationship that are not being met, what you need to work on, whether it's communication or upping your standards because you deserve better, or whatever the case may be. That's what my focus is. That's why I don't focus on the one. There is such a thing as soulmates and soulmate contracts, but guys, soulmates is a very, very tricky thing. There are a lot of different kinds of soulmates. There are mirror soulmates, there are wounded soulmates, there are soulmates that are family members to help you work out family karma. There are soulmates that are completely there only to help you work out romantic karma. There's a lot of different kinds of soulmates, so that's something else to keep in mind. A soulmate is a soulmate is a soulmate, and that doesn't necessarily mean they're forever. So don't forget that. That's something that's really important to know. It's a little bit more complicated than that. Other than that, let's go ahead and move on to myth number 2. Myth number 2, no, I cannot read your mind. Myth number 3, no, I am not turned on all the time. Sometimes I shut that stuff down. My psychic ability is not completely on all the time. For mathematicians, are you doing math all day long? And if you are, aren't you tired? You know, that's the thing. No, I am not on all day long. No, I don't want to talk to spirits all day long because they're exhausting, like people. I'm sorry, I just don't want to do it. So, no, I do shut my brain off after work hours. So, that's something to know. Myth number 4, which is why we're hanging out with the Buddha. To tell you, I don't know everything. I can't. It's impossible. There's too much stuff to know. And I'm supposed to know as much as I'm supposed to know because I need to go through my life, living my life with learning and growth, which means I can't know everything about myself or my own future, which is why a lot of readers can't read themselves. Yay! Myth number 5. Psychics always knew they were that way or grew up in a psychic family. Most natural psychics actually don't realize that they are psychic until much later in life. And a lot of natural psychics or psychics that grew up being psychic actually grew up in a very either conservative family or a family that did not support psychic ability. And some of us were really lucky to make it out not being put on medication. Myth number 6. Me and Isis want you to know. Isis, the goddess. Right there. Wants you to know that we aren't fallible. Infallible. I'm sorry. Excuse me. We make mistakes. There is a curvature of potential probability and possibility that you even find in science that will occur. And what a lot of people don't understand too is that they are hugely in charge of their futures. So, for example, if I told you that you were going to get a divorce and you choose not to, that was a choice that you made not to get a divorce. And you can say that your psychic is wrong, but was it a healthy decision because you wanted to fight against your psychic, or was it because your psychic was wrong? It can be either or both. Maybe hearing that you were going to get a divorce made you choose to fight for your marriage so much harder when you were complacent before that because you wanted your marriage to survive, so you did everything you could do to save your marriage. I mean, there are a lot of things that can happen based on a psychic reading, and above all, use your own judgment and your own discretion when making decisions for your lives, and understand that this is just counsel and advice and not necessarily the end-all be-all, so don't take every reading as biblical truth. Number 7. It is impossible for me to know everything. There is simply too much information. You have lived your life for the past X amount of years. I have 30 minutes to talk to you. Why would I know your life in 30 minutes when it took you X amount of years to get to where you are now? So I can generally tell you everything I know is a really, really, really huge nutshell of everything you've ever experienced, so I can't know everything about you. What your favorite cheese is even, which was a question. Myth number 8 might make some of you sad, but let me explain. Your loved ones are not always with you. So if I'm trying to talk to your loved ones and they're not there right now, does not mean that they won't ever be there. That's something that you want to know too. A lot of people think that when someone passes, they're omnipotent, which means they can be at all places at all times, which isn't true. That's fallible. The only being that can do that, or beings that can do that, are angels, specifically archangels like Archangel Michael, or a higher power. As we're just human souls, we're not omnipotent. And a lot of spirits don't know how to travel very well on earth or in the spirit world. So maybe they're with you sometimes, but they're with your siblings sometimes, or your kids sometimes, or their mom sometimes, or blah, 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 blah. So it doesn't mean that they're not ever there. It just means maybe not right now. So don't be upset or afraid if they don't come through in a reading the first time. Relax, try again in about 6 months or a year and see if your success changes. Number 9. No, guys, I do not know the lottery numbers. If I knew the lottery numbers, why would I give them to you? And finally, on to myth number 10, which is why I'm cuddling my cards. Because using tools or not using tools is neither better nor worse than the other. I do both. In mediumship readings, I do not use tools, such as when I talk to spirit guides or spirits on the other side. If I'm doing psychic readings for future, I do use tools, which is why I have so many. It does not make a reader better nor worse, gooder or badder, to use tools or to not use tools, whether they're using numerology, tarot, oracle, pendulums, runes, etc., 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 to do your reading. So please respect all modalities, and if a modality is not for you, that's completely okay. That's completely fine. You don't have to connect with that modality, but that does not mean that it's a bad thing that that person is doing. And congratulations, we have made it through all 10 myths unscathed. Some funny, some a little bit more serious, but all true. Thank you so much for watching. Again, don't forget to hit like and subscribe, hit the bell notification for future videos. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.